I'm so excited, Tony. Really, I'm so excited.
What is it, boss?
The new firmware from the PlayStation 5 is out.
Is it any good?
I have no idea. I can't explain it, what it is. So many new things, features. It's unbelievable.
We should do a video, boss.
Yeah, we should do this. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Fun with Tony. And
It's Amok for all, boss.
And today we're talking about the brand new firmware from the PlayStation 5. Lots of new options, but the main question is, has Sony done his homework? Okay, so let's try to be serious for a moment, because there are really great options in the new firmware. And yeah, I like to talk about, the first thing what I like to talk about is the new storage option, okay? So now we have, when we go to storage, we have now the possibility to move PlayStation 5 games to an external drive, which is great, of course, because back then there was no option actually to archive any PlayStation 5 game. So the only option what you had, if you run out of space, delete it and then download it later on. Now we have at least the option to move a PlayStation 5 game. And I learned in school, if you give feedback to someone, you should always start with something positive, okay? I have done this. Moving PlayStation 5 games is something positive on the PlayStation 5. Brand new feature. But I'm still missing my copy function. Where is it? It's not here. I don't get it. I really don't understand it, why there is still no copy function. Can you please explain this to me, Sony? Because there is no technical problem to do this. I really don't get it, because just keep in mind, maybe I have two PlayStation 5s at home, which is absolutely unrealistic, of course, because no one has two PlayStation 5s. But if I would have two PlayStation 5s, one for the living room, one for my bedroom, and maybe I just like to copy the game on the other PlayStation, not move. I don't want to move it. I like to copy it, okay? I like to keep it on this PlayStation. What is the problem? And it's not just about this, why I'm so a little bit, not very happy about this update. Don't get me wrong, better than nothing, but it is almost nothing, okay? So the next thing is, and this is also what I don't get, and I'm talking about, or we compare this in a second with the Xbox. If I like to move now this, and I'm just using the 2.54 gigabyte share factory, and by the way, I'm moving from a SSD to a SSD, and it takes maybe 15 seconds, okay? So, but just keep in mind, if you're using, to save some money, maybe a HDD, this takes much longer. And then we're talking not about 2 gigabyte, we're talking about maybe 100 gigabyte. This can take ages, and you can't quit this screen. You have to stay on this screen the whole time. And let me move this back, because otherwise I will forget it. So again, I have to stay on this screen while I'm copying or moving a game. It's just moving, it's not copying, yeah? So why? Why do I have to do this? Okay, and the next thing is, I still can just connect one external drive to the PlayStation 5, just one. Okay, which probably because of the moving thing, it's not a big deal. But on the Xbox, I have the opportunity or the possibility to connect up to 3, and this is just limited in my opinion, because I don't have more USB ports, but I'm easily able to connect 3 external drives. And the whole storage function on the Xbox Series S or X is so much better than on the PlayStation 5. And I will put my video what I did back then with with my video what I did with comparing the storage solution on the Xbox with the PlayStation 5. I will put this in the description, because you should watch this, because again, I think PlayStation can do much better, and I still don't understand it. What is the problem to have a proper storage solution like on the Xbox Series? Okay, so enough with storage solution. Let's move on to HDR, because here we have new features as well. HDR now has the option off, always on, and on when supported. This is great, because finally we don't need to play the games which doesn't support native HDR. We don't need to play them in fake HDR, whatever we call this, okay? This is a great feature. The only thing, and this is again, what I don't get, why is HDR always on the desktop? I call this desktop. I mean, I get this on when supported, but that doesn't mean it should be on because my display is supporting this. It should be on because the game or the app is supporting this. And I can't understand why I need HDR for this desktop or when I'm browsing in my store. And this can, by the way, I'm browsing very often in the store to maybe get a nice nice game or whatever, maybe a budget game or whatever. You know what I mean? And I don't understand why I have to stress my OLED TV with full HDR or full brightness just for browsing in a store. But anyway, so I mean, it's a nice feature. It's better than nothing because again, finally, we can play SDR games in SDR, or at least we don't have to turn it off always automatically or manually, sorry. So now this is done by the system and I tested it with a couple of games. It is working actually really great. So last but not least, and I was so excited when I saw this new option. I was so excited and then so disappointed. I will show you something. Okay, enable 120 Hz output is on automatic, okay? The next option is off. Okay, so we have now just automatic and off. The problem is, between automatic and off, nothing is changing because this is just for games that support 120 Hz frame rate. Why? Why, Sony? On the Xbox Series S and X, you can turn on your 120 Hz mode at any time, even you're just playing a 60 FPS game. And the big advantage is lower input lag, much lower input lag on the LG CX. I told you this already. It's changing from around 14 milliseconds to 7 milliseconds, roundabout, okay? So this is a big step. And again, nice try, Sony, but in the detail or in the end, sorry, but you failed. Okay, so let's make the summary here, and I hope some people still watching me and not everybody is ticking the dislike box, because this is my honest opinion. Sony has the opportunity to change everything on the Xbox. There's no limitation in terms of hardware, and this is what I believe, compared to the Xbox Series X or S. No limitation at all, so we can have exactly the same storage solution as on the Xbox. We can have the same 120 Hz feature as on the Xbox and so on. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. What is the thinking or the thinking from Sony to implement features like this, or how they implemented the features, okay? Finally, we have a couple of switches and options, but the right switches or options are missing, you know what I mean? I don't understand it, but maybe I really don't understand it. So I would much appreciate it if you would put your opinion in the comment section. Just put it in, just tell me where I'm wrong, because of course I like to learn and I'm happy to get educated on this, but this is my view, you know. And don't get me wrong, and before you dislike this video, think about this. I love this little joypad. I love it. This is the reason why I have so many more hours on the PlayStation 5 than on the Xbox Series X. To be very honest, the Xbox Series X is rarely running. Absolutely not, okay? Just if I'm doing maybe some testing or whatever, but for gaming, I'm using the PlayStation 5, and that's why I'm so disappointed, because I'm missing those features what the Xbox Series X has. I miss those features. That's the point. That's why I'm disappointed. Not because I don't like the PlayStation. It's because I'm missing the features and I don't get it. Anyway, that's enough for this video. Maybe someone from Sony, hello, is watching this video. I doubt it, because there's a couple of zeros missing in my subscriber count. But anyway, maybe someone is watching this. Maybe in the next firmware update we're getting proper options or better options. I'm not sure, but let's see. And by the way, there's still no option for the internal storage solution, okay? I'm not saying that this is a must-have, but it will be a nice-to-have, of course, yeah. Because again, on the Xbox Series S and X, we have this since the launch. And on the PlayStation 5, it is still missing, okay? Anyway, nevertheless, great video. In my opinion, I was a little bit frustrated. I'm still frustrated. Let's talk about this in the comment section, okay? Thank you very much for watching me. I see you next time. Bye.